We're holidaying in Renmark at the moment, and we have come across one of the most unique off-road, on-water vehicles we've ever seen. It belongs to the Chookman, Frank. Frank, how are you, mate?
Very good, thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think so, but I don't know to what degree, though.
Yeah.
I do know that they won't lock me up because I'd be a terrible bloody influence on the inmates, I reckon.
Mate, this is a cracker. Tell me, how the heck did you even start getting this together?
I don't know what makes my mind work, but actually, well, yeah, I suppose this is what for 6 or 8 years entertaining at the Daily Waters pub in the Northern Territory does here. It does have things on your make things on your mind, you know.
Entertaining in what way?
Singing and carrying on and singing with a chook on my hat.
Yeah.
And I had 2 chooks on my hat one day, and one was looking a bit off colour and restless, moving around like she never used to do before, and what the hell's wrong with her? And anyway, then I felt a thump, bump, and I looked around on the floor, and poor bugger, she's given birth to an egg while she's sitting on the hat. And no wonder she was uncomfortable.
How did the crowd go with that one? Go wild?
They sort of missed it. They didn't know what was bloody
You're an
going
entertainer and you didn't have egg on your face.
on. I didn't have egg on my face, no. So,
but hang on, you're on the water and
No, hang on, you asked the bloody question.
Yeah, all right. Sorry.
I'm only halfway through giving an answer.
Hurry up then.
What made me do this? I think, as I say, it was about due to 9 years entertaining at the Daily Waters pub.
Yeah.
And then that's a long enough time to go mad. And then my mind started working, and I visualised this boat. And I thought, been to the Daily Waters pub, been there, done that. So I thought, when I come back home to Renmark, I would build a showboat so that everybody could see how mad I really was.
Mate, this is a cracker, and you still got your chooks hanging out too?
Oh yeah, still got the chooks there.
What are their names?
Chook. There's Shag-a-Lot, and there's the other roosters called Shag-a-Bit.
Okay.
And people ask me, do they like it? And I said they like it a lot. So that was one of the other chooks' names. Like it a lot.
Like it a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And are you living on board, or is it a showboat?
It's a showboat, and I'm living on board. Yeah. Yeah. It's all self-contained. It's 7-star accommodation in there, and the only reason it's not 7-star today is because I haven't swept the floor yet. So that brings it back to 6-star.
There you go.
So everything's right.
So tell me, you've obviously, this has got pontoons on it, right?
Yeah.
Pontoons. Yeah. And you've got a couple of motors on the back. What sort of motors are they?
Two Yamaha motors, 4-stroke, deep leg, and the biggest expense of building this boat was the 2 pontoons, $15,000 each. But the old adage is, if you're going to build something, build on a strong foundation, and you can put whatever shit you like on top. And that's what I've done. And people just love it. They come on board and they laugh and smile and
So do you tootle off down the river a bit, or are you mainly based here in Renmark?
I've been to Mildura 3 or 4 times for the Country Music Festival, and that's generally from here. For me, it's about 12, 14, 15 days travel. It's about 350 k's. So if you do about 25 k's a day, that includes going through the locks and everything like that, and you've got to stop and rehydrate yourself and let chooks have a scratch. That all takes time. So so that's 25 k's a day to Mildura, and that's about 380 kilometre trip by river. It takes about 12, 14 days, whereas by road it's about an hour and a half. So anybody who really wants to get to Mildura, they go on 4 wheels. And then I've been to Manham, which is about 20 days travel. Okay. That's beautiful in the river there.
Mate, how did you come up with some of the bits and pieces? Do you just go, you know what, I'm going to build myself a mud man that you're sitting in front of at the moment. I'm just going to build that and have a go. Where do these ideas come from?
I don't know. Well, that's the mud man. That's the old man called Possum. Right. I don't know whether you've heard of his history and that. He got the shits with the world 50, 60 years ago and couldn't get a job as a shearer in the Depression, so he set up here a lot and headed bush. And then he spent the rest of his life roaming the river, helping kangaroos out of bogs and pelicans with broken wings and taking burrs out of sheep and that. So he's generally really back to nature. He died in tragic circumstances a few years ago up the river, found his body, and now we've decided to put up a statue of him here, the man called Possum, and his spirit is on the river forevermore.
So you've got a rainwater tank I see above there. Is that a legit rainwater tank, or is that just the roof?
No, you're looking at about 7 rainwater tanks there, bits and pieces of 7.
Right.
Yeah, I got those smaller ones to give me smaller diameters to give different design.
Yeah.
Same as over the stove. That's a different size rainwater tank for different diameter.
And most of us caravanners, we have gas stove or electric, but you've got a wood fire one.
I've got a wood fire going there. Well, that plays 3 or 4 things. It gives warmth. I can open it up if it's a real cold night, and I've got an elevated fireplace there. Sit around it. It's also got water system through it, the old-fashioned way, and where the water circulates. And I've got up top there's 100 litres, 250 litre containers. There's 100 litres of hot water up there. Sometimes it gets that hot that the cold water actually heats up. I've got to work out how to alleviate that. And you've got to stand by the shower and let the water run until the hot water runs out enough for you to get under the bloody under the shower. Yeah.
What other bits and pieces? Tell me about some other strange. All of it's strange.
Oh well, as you notice, by the galley there, people say, "Geez, you've got some stoves there," and yeah, they're stoves, but there's a real reason for that. They don't go, but a stove has sealed doors on it. And being out in the bush and the boat is open, I mean, you get all sorts of creatures come on board. I have monitor lizards come on board looking for feed, and of course you get the rats and mice and that. And where better place to store your tucker than in a sealed door of a stove? And so it no longer works as a stove, but it's a good storage. And
what about refrigeration? Do you have anything like that on board, or you don't worry about it?
Yeah, I've got a small fridge up there. I've got 3 solar units on the boat, and there's one little fridge unit up there that gives me all the chilly stuff I need. If I'm going for a long time, I just use dry tucker and rainwater and that.
So you said this home was Renmark originally, yeah? So you're a Renmark boy?
No, this is about 36 years. This is my home. I was born in Rochester, Victoria.
Righto.
And spent most of my 20 years, older years, growing up in Shepparton, Maroopah, Shepparton.
And what, other than being an entertainer, what were you doing in the younger years?
Oh, trying to keep myself alive, because my old man got a hell of a shock when I was born. I reckon he took one bloody look at me, and he pissed off. And Mum never saw him ever since, so I must have been ugly when I was born.
Well, you've grown into a nice young man now.
Oh, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, no, I spent most of my years growing up on my own, because Mum had to work to keep the tucker coming in. And I got myself educated at college in Chookman, a carpenter. I was a bit of a rebel, I think, so. And a loner. I think I was.
You're still a loner. You must meet some wonderful people coming on board here as well.
I meet a hell of a lot of people, thousands of people, and I do have a bit of depression comes in, and mainly I think throughout the day and to early evening, you're having a drink, you're singing songs to people. And but then there comes a time when everybody goes to their home and you're on your own, apart from the troops, and I think that's where I reflect a little bit sometimes, that what am I doing here? You know, so you can't have it both ways. So you got to, and I think you got to experience all the ups and downs in life. Yeah. So most of my songs. Well, I'm a real Johnny Cash fan. Most of my songs are illustrated and initiated by life all around me and whatever. And that the song that I've just recently released on the album, "To Live Before I Die and Give Before I Go," is I'm living. I feel I'm living. I've reached a stage of life where, what am I going to do next? Am I just going to hang around the pub and gamble and drink and what have you and wait to die, wait in line, or am I going to do something? So I decided to give to the people, to laugh. And it works wonders with them. And me chooks happy.
I wake myself each morning, watch the night before pass me by. My face I wash in the cool, fresh mist. I see the sunrise in the clear blue sky. Birds in the trees leave their songs with me as I rise to climb and rise. Another day, these wheels of life. I'd like to live before I die, and to give before I go.
Frank's got some DVDs, he's got some CDs on board. In fact, he's just released another one. Would you say it's about 12 years apart before your last one?
Yeah, I think, roughly, yeah. G'day, mate. How you going? You can come on board and have a wander around if you like. That's all right.
There's all these people walking along the wharf and having a look and checking it out because, as you'll see with the photos, they're quite amazing.
Your dog, he looks like he'd be a good chook dog. He's getting very excited. You're welcome to come on board if you grab your dog in your arms and come on board. Go down the rampway there and you come down in a gentlemanly-like fashion.
So this is live. We've got people coming in and walking past. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So what's next, mate? What's next for you?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is on the boat on the river, and I haven't been to Darty Waters Pub for quite a while, a few years, and the new owners of the pub rang me up and have asked me to come down. They made me an offer too good to refuse. And I'm going down starting again in April. That's where I do about 4 months straight of singing by day, singing by night, making a bloody fool of myself all the time. But I like to do something different, and I've got a Toyota Coaster that I've pretty well halfway through transforming it, not from a coaster to a something different. Yeah.
So what are you going to do with the, do we call this a boat, a ship, a vessel? What do you call this? A houseboat, a house shed? What do you call it?
Well, it's technically it's a houseboat. You tell the authorities that.
Yeah.
So you get it registered, but you don't dare tell them the truth.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Well, this is just between you and me then, in that case, all right?
Yeah, this is just between you and me. You don't tell authorities too much.
Won't say a word.
No, it doesn't sink into their little brains. All they're after is the money.
Yeah.
So you're pretty right up there.
We won't say a word,
But
mate.
then again, you don't say anything to upset them.
I'm sure this is
I wouldn't
very,
do that.
very river-worthy and safe and sound, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's terrific. Mate,
so-
thank you so much. I'm going to have a wander around. I'm going to take some photos. What's that over there? Is that a guitar, like on the end of a
shovel guitar.
shovel guitar? Does
Yeah,
it
that's
work?
it. Well, I can't. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So I've got to put new strings in at the moment. And
Right.
that lizard's taken over there. But no, that worked. And the idea of that is I could, if I couldn't get any money singing,
Yeah.
I could get the shovel out. And
Get the start digging.
Yeah, use it. Start digging, yeah.
Start digging, mate. Good on you.
Yeah,
Hey,
Yeah.
mate, I noticed there's a few ladies' apparel hanging around the place.
Yeah.
Just for looks, or
Strange you should mention that, and that's the most asked question on board. This, apart from why did I build the boat, most asked question is, where's the occupants of those bras? And I say, well, the fish have got to eat something. So, but I do keep the bras for memory's sake. But there is, I found another use for bras. Two uses actually.
Yeah.
When you're travelling with the wind, with a boat like this, you've got to be relying on petrol, and that fuel is expensive.
Yeah.
So you hang those up in the breeze, and the cups fill up.
Yeah.
And it's amazing the thrust of power you get out of those bras.
Yeah.
When you're going with the wind. And also, calm days, I've got, as you might notice, I've got a garden growing. Oh, you haven't asked me about my garden.
Oh, well, tell me. I'm sure you're going to tell me.
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
I've got a garden growing around here, and I grew some rock melons one year, and they were growing well, and I thought, well, they can't go on the floor because the runners on the floor because I walk on them, so I turned them up over the gate and everything like that, and then a couple of rock melons came on. And I thought, shit, if I leave those on, hanging around, they're going to fall off. So I got the couple of pair of bras, and they made beautiful cups for my rock melons, and the sweetest rock melons you've ever tasted.
That's fantastic. I
wouldn't tell you.
I would not doubt you at all.
I can tell you're not a bullshit man. Yeah.
What was that? You gave my wife a flower before to put on her hat.
Oh,
what a man you are. Thanks very much. I haven't given her flowers for ages. So what's the
I noticed
go?
you felt a bit uncomfortable when I was giving it to her. But
where did that come from?
I've grown those. They're roses.
Right, roses are they?
Yeah. Well, don't tell anybody, but they're actually bloody old geraniums. But they're beautiful. Yeah, but I do get away with it a little bit.
Yeah.
People humour me and they accept the fact that they're roses and they're not.
Well, I'll tell Pat that it's a nice rose she's got on her head.
And it's Rose Week here in Renmark.
Is it?
Starts tomorrow.
Right.
The big opening, and that's my roses.
That's your
tend to
exhibition.
give, yeah, those roses are grown, especially for all the lovely ladies here. And this lady doesn't know it at the moment.
She's going to get one?
A rose.
A rose.
Yeah.
A rose. Good on you.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, is that bloody... they're roses!
Oh, they're roses.
Oh, my God.
Are they roses?
Yeah.
I know my dad called everything geranium.
I've got to rectify this.
All right, he's going to get you one now. So he's walking outside. He's going to... Oh, better follow him. Can't let this go.
I mean, now, I'll ask you a question. You know damn well they're roses, they're not bloody geraniums, are they? Oh, lady, I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
So, yeah. Look at this.
Here, a rose for a lady.
Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, it's a beautiful rose.
What do you think of Frank's boat?
Oh, I
Ship.
think it's just authentic. I think it's really put together beautifully.
It is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I like this. It's have a chat.
Yeah, no, I would live on it.
Yeah, well, he does.
Yeah, that's
Look,
right.
I don't really... Well, yeah, you're brave, but I don't really... I feel it, and I realise it's not a woman's situation. Do you know how I know? Because I have a lot of ladies come on board and they say, oh, this is absolutely wonderful, but then I follow their gaze and I can read their mind. They're thinking, where's the broom? Let me sweep it. You don't sweep a mess like this up, because it does only come back again. Yeah, but then again, the mess still comes back. So why put all the effort into sweeping the floor or washing the floor when it's going to be the same next tomorrow? Yeah, so yeah, I'm glad you
Don't fall off, mate.
I'm glad you
Don't fall off.
understand. There we go.
Frank, mate, thank you so much. This is terrific. I'm going to take a few photos and share with everyone.
right.
That's great, and I love this. Have a chat. So
Yeah, okay, yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No worries.
I'd like to live before I die, and to give before I go. Hold it climb life's mountains high, and to walk God's valleys one last time.